Hi there, a very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This simply talks with another video, and this time this video relates to a contract manufacturing company that has done exceedingly well in this year's results, and the stock has also shot up some 18, 20, 25%. But it was at lows, so it has a lot of value still. If you consider this quarter's numbers, I think it has come out with tremendous numbers, and it is coming. You can say it has made a comeback after many quarters. So a very interesting summer play, contract manufacturing white goods company that I'm going to talk about. So let's get started. So let me just reduce my video and we'll have the disclaimers, etc. And then we'll get things going. So first of all, disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position to any share that I talk about should that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Whatever discussion that I have about stocks or markets is purely my viewpoint, and it is for educational purposes and entertainment purposes. Whatever I have learned over the last 12 years, 11, 12 years being in the market, I'm sharing that with you. I'm not a member of NSC and BSC, and that I'm not an official portfolio advisor. And these all are my personal opinions. So any decision you take with respect to investing into stocks or all these companies or whatever you do financially, kindly do consult your financial advisor, because there is a greater market risk attached with it. So before I talk about this company, here a small request that kindly support me on Patreon. Once you do that, help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions, seek out answers in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and number of podcasts I put up from time to time. And also, if you can pay $100 upfront, you get 1 year access by paying for 10 months. For detailed market or company talk, you can directly email me. And if you cannot pay on Patreon, you can become a member on WhatsApp, or you can become a member on YouTube by clicking on the join button. On WhatsApp, you need to email me, and you can be a yearly member there as well, and you get all the benefits of Patreon there. Now let me take you to the Screener website, and let's discuss about this company. We are going to talk about Amber Enterprises. Yes, so Amber Enterprises has come out with very strong numbers. A 7,000 crore market cap company is now trading at one-time sales with the kind of sales numbers that they have come out with. Very interesting, and I think it's a very good long-term pick if the results continue to be anywhere same as they have come out just recently. So currently the market cap is around 7,000 crores. It's trading at around 2,000 rupees. It had a, you can say, a 2 year high which was closer to 4,000 rupees, so a 50% discount in here. Yes, ROE etc is not that strong, but the company is into a consumer domain and into contract manufacturing, which has been picking up into ACs etc. So if we can just read a little bit about the company. It has a 23.6% share in the total room air conditioning market, and is, you can say, a prominent solution provider for the air conditioning OEM and ODM industry at the moment. If we look further or read further into the points here, largest induction motor manufacturer for the HVAC industry, that is the AC industry here in India, and the market leader in PCB manufacturers and assembly. First company to provide indigenous, you can say, indigenized solutions for roof mounted package units that we have for Indian Railways and Metro. So for Indian Railways and Metro, the ACs that get fitted, most of the equipments of that is taken from Amber Enterprises, and their product portfolio currently holds a number of product in there. If we see here, Amber offers product development and manufacturing solutions, starting right from you can say designing, tooling, and validating to final assembling and testing of the product and finally selling it. So it is a complete contract manufacturing company, and a room air conditioner is around 47% of the revenues. Window air conditioning or WACs, indoor units IDU, and outdoor units of split and conditioning ACs are all part of it. RAC components are 25% of the revenue at the moment, whereas if you look at mobility applications, it's around 7% of the revenue. When we consider about mobility applications, it is air conditioning solutions for railway, metro, and defense, bus, and you can say commercial segments, and that is where there is a lot of, you can say, room for gaining market share. 7% of their total revenue comes from here. The revenue contribution from components and mobility applications has increased from 24% to 53% in FY22, altogether in this 7% of the total, you can say, mobility thing. When you talk about RAC, it is case liners for refrigerators, plastic, you can say, extrusion sheets for consumer durables, and automobile industry, they make RAC sheets, so sheet metal components for microwave, washing machines, tub assemblies, and for automobiles and other metal casting products. So they are into a lot of businesses, but majorly they are producing products for room air conditioner and for metro and other kind of, you can say, railway projects as well. They are into that. So majorly into this air conditioning facility. Now, if we look at the numbers and then I'll come to the chart. So this is the quarterly number that came out say 3-4 days back. So tremendous numbers. But till then, the numbers were up and down with respect to margins and eventually final profitability. Till September, they were not that great. If you look at September numbers, 750 crores of sales in September 22. We had 750 crores of sales, margins of 5%, whereas in September 21, we had 587 crores of sales and margins were 6%. So not at all any growth. In fact, on the bottom line, they had losses of 7 crore of loss versus 10 crore of profit, and that has really deteriorated the stock price. So that number came out in October, November of last year. And if you look at it right from here, when the number was about to come in from early October, the stock went into a tizzy from around 2350 and went all the way to 17-1800, and from there on in it remained there, and then these numbers have come in strong volumes and the stock has moved up. So if you look at December they had a marked improvement, 1350 crores of sales versus last year's of 980 crores of sales, a 6% margin. So margin was improving, but not at the level of the last December when they did 74 crores or 974 crores. So that's 8%. So still margins were a little lower. Eventually, profit was less because of depreciation, etc. The profit came out to be not that great, and so we ended up with only 15 crores of profit. But this time around in March, what they did was they had 3000 crores in terms of sales, then margins which has improved even further from 5% in June and September to 7% now, and eventually operating profit of 200 crores, 204 crores versus 125 crores. With the peak summer season just upon us, I think numbers will be even better. So this is an improvement of 60%. So 60% growth in profits, 50% growth in you can say sales. I think the stock has just started moving. Eventually on the bottom line, we had 108 crores of net profit, whereas 60 crores of net profit was last time around in March. That is a jump of 80% in profitability with an EPS of 30.86. Eventually, they end up having an EPS which is around, you can say, 46 rupees, which is not bad either. So I think this is only going to improve. I don't see a negative EPS coming in next year. in any quarter. So overall, they did around 7,000 crores of sales, and the market cap of the company for the year they did 7,000 crores of sales. Market cap is around 7,000 crores. One time sales, it's a steal at these prices when you consider Amber Enterprises. If you look at the balance sheet, yes, debt has increased 1455 crores, but if you look at if you look at reserves, the reserves have gone up from March 16 at 240 crores to 1875 crores. So it's reasonable in there. In terms of debtor days, it has dipped a bit from 130 days in March 21 to 93 days. Even inventory days from 104 days has come down to 68 days, which is very, very promising. This is a very promising number because if they have less inventory days, I think more products they have to produce in order to sell. So sales are picking up. We can see it from here as well. In terms of shareholding, 40% is with the promoters. FII hold 23.9%. Now, FII shareholding has come down from all the way from around 29% in December 21 to 23-24%. So I think this is going to pick up as we go along, although DII holding from around 9% in that same period has gone to 13.5%, which is very promising. Eventually, you have public shareholding, which was 24% in March of 21. If we see here, 24.4% in June of 21 has again gone up to 22%. So I think what's going to happen here is that FII is going to pick up stake again into the stock. If one more quarter goes well, I think FIIs will come back into fashion. So what I feel here is that in terms of fundamentals, I won't be surprised if you look at the PE ratio. Let's just understand the valuations. Currently, the stock is trading at somewhere around a PE of around 44, 45. Now, if you look at the PE ratio and average PE ratio over the last 5 years, the stock had a PE of 56 over the last 5 years. Over the last 3 years average is around 88. So tremendous decline there. I don't see a 88 rupee EPS. I don't see a 56 rupee EPS. Let me just take an average of both 88 and 56, and definitely we'll have some figure in here. So that's what I normally do. So around 65, if we deduct 10% from this average of 72, around 65 is what I see the PE swell up to 65 or so. So I won't be surprised 65 rupees PE coming in if 1-2 quarters go by. So I think there could be a PE expansion plus earnings expansion. If they, let's say if they do a 30% growth on these numbers next year, so they did an EPS of around 46 rupees, 47 rupees at the moment. If they do a 30% increase on these numbers next year, uh, even if they do that, then we are looking at somewhere around 50 rupees of EPS, and we are looking at the stock trading at 65 times. I will not be surprised if the stock moves up 60% from here over the next 15-18 months, by next summer, and say by July of next year. uh, we could see the stock at 3200, 3300. But for that to happen, numbers have to continue to be strong as they have been in this quarter. So that's on the valuation front. Let's just look at even if we look at just one more thing on the valuations part. If we look at market cap to sales, even there the stock is not expensive at all. It's trading at one time sales. uh, if you look at a 5 year average is 1.4. If you look at a 3 year average, it comes out to be 2.6. So again here what will happen is 7,000 crores of sales they have come out with. I will not be surprised if they come out with a 20% growth in sales, 20-25% growth in sales. So that will go up to 8,500, 8,600 crores of sales, and the stock is pretty reasonably priced. I mean, you have a lot of value here. The stock could easily trade at 2.5 times sales 2.7 times sales uh, going forward. So that's a huge jump that we are looking at, say 2 year down the line. If the number continue to be strong, one time sales is very interestingly poised, the stock is at the moment. uh, Now let's just if I take you to the technical part of things. So I'm taking you to a website which I like. There's no promotion in here. I like this website. I use it a lot. And what we are going to discuss here is technicals on, you can say, uh, Amber. And just have a look at Amber, and let's see if we can take out some technical points. With respect to where the stock could head, there's a huge, you can say, bump in the stock after the results that we saw. So let's see on a very short term basis, say 1 to 3 months, 1 month to 3 months time frame, how is the chart looking? So this was the gap up. If you can see here, the stock was meandering along at around these levels of around 1870, 1880, and then just before the results it popped up to 1880 or so, made a high of 1950, and then post results they had a, it had a gap up to around 2228. The stock opened higher and went up sharply, so it made a high of 20 to 28. It opened at 170 and shot up, and now it has did a decline, has done a decline. So very interestingly poised. Now Friday's low was 2080. What you need to consider here is these levels. I mean, here the stock was around 2087 or so. So you have to consider these levels and then probably trade. So anywhere you can put a stop loss at 2050 and look for a target of 2300 going forward. So this is our video on Amber. Thanks a lot.